Hey, what's going on, guys? We just finished watching
Hard Knocks.
the first episode of the new season of Hard Knocks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sean, what did you think, man?
I thought it was actually, well, it started off really weird.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, actually, it started off with Dirk Koetter addressing the Tampa Bay Bucks, and, he was letting them know, like, hey, there's a ton of expectation with this team this season, and there is. And and the message he's sending to them is, earn it.
Yeah.
Earn this expectation.
You can't just expect it to happen, which I like that.
There's a lot of talent on this team.
I like that because
offense, defense.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they hear that they have the most talented team, they're like, oh, we're going to be successful. But you have to still go out there and do something about it. You got to put it all together. So.
Hell yeah. And then we saw, then we cut to Jameis Winston, who goes back to his.
Interesting.
Yeah, where he goes back to his hometown in Alabama, where Bo Jackson is also from. He's a Heisman winner. Another Heisman winner from that small little town. And he goes to the house where he grew up, and his family is all still there. Me and Sean were thinking, we're like, you didn't buy a new house for your family? Like, what the fuck?
I guess he hasn't gotten that big payday yet. He's only 3 years in the league.
Or maybe, they're really prideful and they're like, hey, we don't want you to do that.
Et cetera.
But you look at he gives a tour of this house, and you go inside, and the conditions are not ideal there.
No.
I mean, they still have the same mattress from when he was there as a child growing up.
Couldn't you upgrade at least the interior?
He said there was 7 people sleeping in one room, 3 people on one bed.
That's what's crazy is that there are so many people out there that use sports to get out of those kind of situations, and props to him for doing that. And it's a humbling experience seeing that. I bet it's humbling for him to go back to his home roots, which I do like that. I like how he went back home and just gave a little tour. But the funniest part to me is he took the camera crew to the backyard, I think. He's like, this is where we all piss if the bathroom's full, all the men. And he's pointing right at where the camera's standing. So pretty much you're like, so literally the guys are probably standing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Y'all piss right here.
And then he lifts the trash bags or whatever, and he reveals the cockroaches.
Oh my God, he's like, it's giving birth.
While he's wearing Jordans, the Space Jams. Yeah. I mean, this dude. And then
no humility at all.
Jameis Winston's a cool fucking dude, man. And and then they showed him also in this episode of giving, he has this little training camp, whatever he does with kids and everything. He was giving a good motivational speech and stuff like that. Let's see, other highlights of the show. I also liked the coach, Dirk Koetter. Yeah. Him giving that speech in the very beginning, and then also him, talking and sitting down with Jameis Winston. And straight up telling him, hey, listen, you're a talented dude, but you make too many fucking mistakes.
Yeah, and he made it clear that, hey, you can lose this a game just as much as you can win it. And that's very true as a quarterback. That's one of the only positions that can truly lose you a game.
And what was he telling him? He was telling him, don't do too much. You do way too much. Yeah. You got to be more self-aware of the situations of the game.
And he even said it, especially in the beginning of the games, you put yourself in that position and then you have to play catch-up.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest issue with Tampa Bay, I felt like last year, that they didn't always perform until later in the game.
And this came, we saw what Dirk Koetter was talking about towards the end of the episode when Jameis Winston had a bad practice. He threw into double coverage, got picked off when the scenario was it's fourth quarter, it's a tie game, and he fucked it up.
And the funny thing is he changed the play in the huddle.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, if I pump, go. That's not what the play was called. They did not want to force it, and he still did, and he threw a pick.
That's exactly what Koetter was telling him. And you know what? And props to Dirk Koetter, because a lot of coaches won't sit down and straight shoot with their superstar quarterback, who's a young superstar quarterback, and tell it just straight up on camera in front of Hard Knocks, on HBO.
Now, I will say this.
So I like Dirk Kotter's style, man.
Oh yeah. What I did like about Dirk Koetter in that whole situation, how he handled, not just how he straight shot, but every time you saw Dirk Koetter with the other coaches or in a meeting, usually Jameis was always in there. And he was always a part of those meetings to talk about everything that went on at practice. And that's good. You're getting your face of the franchise in tuned, your leader of the whole team, with knowing everything that's going on. Yeah. And I like that. Integrate him with everything.
Now let's talk about Gerald McCoy. He was another he was another guy that was featured in this episode.
Yep.
I mean, as we thought he would be. Yeah. And he was awesome. He not fucking just one of the coolest guys?
Yeah, he seemed like the most laid back, chill, humbling guy.
They showed him with his kids. You know, he's a great dad and he's a great teammate. I mean, this is a guy who is one of the best defensive players.
He's probably
in the entire NFL. And what does he do after practices, John?
He goes and helps all the rookies. You know how rookies get hazed, right?
Yeah.
They make him carry the shoulder pads, helmets, all the veterans.
Yep.
So supposedly every practice he will go pick out like 2 or 3 guys and go help them carry.
It doesn't matter.
No, not even just rookies. He'll go and grab
anybody,
helmets.
anyone, any random people, offense, defense. It doesn't matter.
What did he say? Why did he say he does that?
Because in order to, I forgot what he said.
To lead,
yeah,
right. You have to earn the right to lead, or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was like, I have to earn their respect.
So despite the fact that this guy is one of the best defensive players in the entire NFL,
and everybody respects him,
he still feels like he's not. You know, he's not there yet.
He's still got to do more.
You know, and that's exactly what you want from a guy like Gerald McCoy. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Gerald McCoy, in practice, he got to Jameis Winston and he touched the quarterback, which is something you do not do.
No.
You don't touch the quarterback. No. And he got to him and he was like, oh shit.
He knew right when it happened, because I think what happened was he didn't expect Jameis Winston to like throw the ball.
Right.
So he was running right behind him, and then Winston reared back, and he hit his arm, and he was like, oh God. And he looked at Dirk Koetter. Dirk Koetter was like,
and he was like, they're going to trade me away.
Don't trade me.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that was funny. He didn't like hit him, but he hit his arm, and you don't want to hit that. You don't want to hit the money arm, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody else I want to talk about is this rookie, number 49, Riley Bullock, or Bullo. I forgot how they pronounced his name, but he was a rookie undrafted linebacker.
I loved him.
And this dude is fucking awesome. This guy's got the fire.
And they praised him. And
yeah,
team meeting. They praised him.
Yeah, because this dude's very vocal. This guy's a natural born leader. Every time he was, in practice, he was like hitting the pads or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Fuck you." Like, I mean, this guy's got some
He's
fire
got energy.
And Dirk Koetter.
You want that?
Yeah, Dirk Koetter praised him out. A rookie who went undrafted in front of the whole roster, and he was like, "Wow."
See, those kind of guys that have that passion, that fire, that are always talking. That energy translates to these other guys, right? And that's what you want. Another thing that I liked about him is that they even said, the coaches said that this guy knows everything. Yep. He knows what you're supposed to do. He was coaching people up. Hey, get over here. Get your ass over here.
Yep.
This is where you're supposed to be.
And Dirk Koetter said it. He's like, he's impressing me.
Yeah, he's gonna make the team.
This is a guy's. Yeah, he's definitely gonna make the team.
Making the
and then guess what? And then they also had the rookies. Here's another reason why I love him. They had the rookies. They get up in front of the stage and sing, right? And this dude could sing.
Yeah, he was
Riley
singing.
Bullock could sing.
He was okay. Yeah, it was funny. I think Jameis Winston was impressed.
Yeah, Jameis Winston went, my God.
Yeah, there were some good moments on there. The other guys were shitty. There was that one guy that was trying to read from his phone and sing. He's like,
and then but the one dude I liked was the guy who played it smart. He started singing the national anthem for Canada.
Yeah.
And Jameis Winston got up and put his hand on his heart, and he looked at everyone else, and they all stood up.
Yep.
This dude played it smart because you can't boo that shit.
You can't boo that. You can't get mad. You gotta just let it go. And like everybody else is getting booed for like if they're singing like shit.
Look out for Riley Bullo, or Bullock, or however you pronounce his name.
If this dude make the team, I know
dude's great.
Tampa's got some good linebackers.
Yeah.
Up and coming young linebackers. If he doesn't make that team, I'll be shocked. But if he doesn't, he's going to go somewhere.
Let's see. Let's also talk about the wide receivers that they featured. Because, of course, this wide receiving corps is disgusting. Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson.
Who's Mike Evans?
Oh, motherfucker. Deshaun Jackson and Mike Evans are going to be monsters.
Oh, man.
Mike Evans said as soon as he heard that Deshaun Jackson was a free agent,
he texted him.
He's like, hey, man, come play with us.
Apparently, he was already thinking about coming.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson's reply to him was like, how'd you know? He was like, oh, shit.
He's like, oh, yeah, he's really coming.
And you know what? And during practice, they were showing exactly, a little preview of what's going to come. What's to come. Because Mike Evans, he might get double coverage. You can't double team all these guys, right? Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard, Deshaun Jackson.
If they roll over the safety to double coverage and help over the top of Mike Evans, that means who's going to cover Deshaun Jackson deep?
Yeah.
Nobody.
And then what happened? Deshaun Jackson was fucking being wide open. He was burning people and getting touchdowns.
Yeah.
And people were like literally in awe, like, this dude's something else.
10 years in. He's only 10 years in, which is still. Yeah. He's still got. He said he's got another 5 years. That's what he said.
No.
So I'm excited. Now, what I'm shocked about is that they did not show O.J. Howard.
Yeah, they didn't show O.J. Howard or Cameron Brate, and they're going to be huge for the offense.
Maybe they're saving that. Maybe they want to save the star power.
Yeah, you know? I want to see O.J. Howard. Did he not go up on stage and sing? They didn't show anything like that. So I'm kind of curious where O.J. Howard was. Now, here's the thing.
That's true.
Now, another thing I want to talk about is Jon Gruden. He was in this episode quite a bit. He showed up because they announced what?
He's going to be in the Ring of Honor.
December 18th. December 18th, Monday Night Football. And
we should go live.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
And Jon Gruden, he gave a good speech, and then he came to the quarterback room and gave some notes and stuff like that. And everyone was just looking at him. Jameis Winston was just looking at him, and then Jay Gruden leaves, and Dirk Koetter goes, "You think this guy misses ball?" This dude's a coach, man. This dude Jon Gruden is a coach, and he stuck around, right?
Yeah.
He was talking to everybody. He was looking on the sidelines.
Yeah.
This dude's coming back.
His son talking to Sean Jackson.
Yes.
He just left his brother over there in Washington, so it's like
Jon Gruden's coming back. I want him to
go coaching. Maybe,
this guy is
maybe
a
goes
coach.
to the Bears.
I hope so. That's the rumor. I mean, the Bears might need a head coach.
He said he wants to go to a big time franchise though.
Yeah, Chicago.
So Chicago is a big market.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he could fucking teach Trubisky all kinds of shit. But anyway, so let's see. Another thing I want to talk about is what else did we miss here? Okay, so like we saw a little feature of what's his name?
Who?
Snoop Dogg. With one of the guys, one of the running backs, who's got all this talent, but his
mind said something.
He don't know shit. I forgot his name. He was number 43, I think, and he was just
33. It's 33.
Oh, okay. His head was not in the game. He wasn't
something Williams, right?
He kept fucking up the plays and stuff like that.
I don't think it was Williams.
He kept fucking up the plays, and
he even admitted like he had no idea what he was doing. And well, supposedly he was from Boise State. He was actually a receiver when he first went to Boise State.
Yep.
And then he transitioned to a running back. So maybe he's still kind of learning. I don't know.
And we got to see Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. He FaceTimed him. Yeah. And then let's see. Now, towards the end of the episode, as it was wrapping up, it was pretty cool because they showed, as the credits were rolling, the whole roster, the whole roster, including the front office guys and the head coach, all talking about Game of Thrones.
That is awesome, dude.
That was fucking cool.
That's fucking awesome. They're like talking about all the episodes.
You're like, did you see Cersei and Jon Snow finally meet up? Like, what the fuck?
Not Cersei, Daenerys.
Daenerys, there you go.
Khaleesi.
So that was fucking cool because we're huge Game of Thrones fans. Yeah. And another quick thing I want to mention is I like that on the players' day off, the front office had a meeting and they did it in a fucking bar.
They were having beers. What did the GM's guy say? He said, I think my beer has a hole in it.
That shit was...
That was hilarious.
If I'm a front office guy,
I'll do that.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm having a beer with all of them. Like, hey, let's go sit down and just relax.
Yeah. So I gotta say, the first episode of Hard Knocks, season 12, was one of the best episodes I've seen in... This is gonna be the best season in a long time.
I think so.
I mean, this has got everything. It's got talent. It's got job opportunities. You got rookies. You got like Riley Bullough. You got characters.
Eventually, they're gonna show O.J. Howard.
Yeah, and Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
he was exactly what I was hoping for with Hard Knocks. Exactly.
This dude is young, man.
Jameis Winston's a cool guy.
I like him. He's only 23.
23 years old. So
one of the youngest rookies to be drafted.
A lot of expectations for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
A lot of expectations for Hard Knocks season 12. And like Dirk Koetter says, you got to earn it. And I'm looking forward to next week's episode.
I think they were more hyped for the Tampa Bucks than we were before.
Yeah. I know. Bucks. Yeah, we were watching this and we're watching some of the practices and we're like. Holy shit!
But they got like Dirk Koetter, like Josh said, they got to go out there and earn it because there are some things they got.
Oh, and they were also building a new practice facility for them during.
So they need that out.
Yeah, because Tampa Bay gets fucking ridiculously hot.
Tampa Bay's horrible.
So all right, so that's what we think of season 12.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We love it. We think this is going to be one of the best seasons they've had in a very long time. So that's our thoughts on episode 1.
Yep.
And can't wait till next week.
Next Tuesday.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right, later.